everyone. Welcome to Gendera. I'm Gerwin, and this is Mahdi. He's joining me tonight, and he's going to be sharing some of the things that he's embraced from Luke Hawkins. But to start off with, we're going to get some energy pumping and do some dance moves. So join in, make sure, because the more you put in, the more you're going to get out.
Ignite, empowered, shining bright, and courage taking flight, determined with my might, full of energy, so free, learning comes so easily, living true authentically, moving toward my destiny. Hungry for the growth I see, committed to the best in me, focus where I want to be, investing in my victory. Kindness flows so naturally, generous and wild and free, burning bright energetically, surrounded by inspiring company, full of energy, so free, learning comes so easily, living true authentically, moving towards my destiny. Hungry for the growth I see, committed to the best in me, focus where I want to be, investing in my victory. Hungry for the growth I see, committed to the best in me, focus where I want to be, investing in my victory.
Okay. So I hope that's gotten everybody's
Excellent.
energy up and going.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to breathe. It's always fun. I gotta love technology. It's always good when it behaves. There we go.
Yeah.
So this is Mahdi's Facebook page. Mahdi, tell me about you. What's your story? How did you get to meet Luke? What's your background?
Yeah.
Where do you come from?
I'm a skilled migrant. So 2010, I entered Australia. And during this 15, 16 years, I had a lots of challenges for settling down. However, 2 years ago, it's something amazing happened to me. So I was always underestimate myself. So I'm looking for, the purpose of the life. So 2 years ago, that something happened at my work, someone's valued me. And then it's increased my belief, and I start to, looking for my purpose. I'm starting, chasing public speaking. So, and then looking for, what is happening. And in 2024, I launched I founded that's the Self-Developed Life, because I founded that the self-develop is everything is inside us. And this self-development is a journey. And then this journey is a life. And then it's, as long as you live, you need to keep developing yourself. So in 2024, I founded the Self-Developed Life. And in January, I found the Luke advertisement, and I entered the certified life coach program. It was 4 weeks, so 8 sessions in January. And then during that time, I found the value, and then lots of my questions answered in that 8 sessions. Now it's 5 days. And then I found lots of values in there. That is how the past reference or limiting beliefs and negative emotions can hold us back. And because I'm currently learning how to helping other people to achieve the career goals and lifestyle they want, I found that the 70% of the problems is inside people, because, why they not sending that message, why they don't make that phone calls, that is holding them back from the being confident in front of the interview or sending that letter. So this is Look program is helping me to go through it, and then more we go through, we found it more how is deep, and then know how to break through, can be released whatever is holding us back, and then make us free. And to be honest, what Luke says and is true. If you want to, change the world, start with changing yourself. So you cannot heal others until you heal yourself. So that is the very fabulous journey to start healing yourself and then connect with your true who you are. And then that is how the story we meet each other. That already maybe not even 10 days. So last weekend.
That's amazing. And I just got, hang on, I'll pop this up on the screen so everyone can see this phenomenal experience of the board break.
Oh, yes.
Wasn't it amazing?
About that one, before you go and then hit the board, you need to break it in your head. And to be honest, I see it is broken. So before I move, first step, I see it is like broken. And then the way is, what is the method to just break it is you need to go through it. You cannot just stop by the board. You need to see after the board. So that's how, your mind helping your body break the board. Otherwise, it's not possible. Even if it was like 10 mil thick, but still, if your don't mind is not focusing on the breaking, it will not work.
Yeah. And there was one lady that actually really had a few challenges, and Luke worked quite consistently with her to help her to overcome her beliefs. And it ended up being that she thought that the knot in the board was actually going to make it stronger, make it so that she couldn't break it. So she wasn't actually putting the effort in, was she? That was amazing.
Was amazing.
And then Luke trained us through that. And the interesting part is, from a purely logistical point of view, the knot is actually a weakness. It actually weakens the board, not strengthens it. Just as a bit of random trivia. So that just goes to show how much what we're thinking about really impacts what happens.
Yeah, true. And even even people with going to the gym and as a man, it should be broken easily, but it's still when your mind is starting to think about the negative, or if it's not happen and so on, but you need to make sure you stay positive what you want to and to go through it.
I mean, you totally owned that board. You totally owned it. Mind you, I totally owned mine too.
Yes, you did. I saw it.
It was so good. I loved watching everybody break their boards. It was a phenomenal experience. Absolutely phenomenal. So what are some of the key takeaways that you took away from doing prac and the life coaching and masters? What are some of the big big takeaways for you
So
personally that are going to help you to overcome and really be able to serve your clients?
yeah, so for the prac, so the first 3 days, I think the main takeaway or breakthrough was understanding to accept it that I have something that I need to release it. Um, so if I want to go to, you know, mainly men, they try to hold their emotions, and then we are men, we are strong. However, you don't know how deeply everything is connected through the childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So what is happening in the practice that I did it in July, it helped me to understanding how the past reference works
Mm-hmm.
and link to what's your current situation. So when you go and then release
Yes.
it, and then the interesting things was when we did the coaching practice at the mastery, I remember that the sessions we practiced at the track, and then I had no emotion at all at that event.
Okay.
And then I found the other events that related to the other different other emotions that wasn't so interesting. But in the mastery, I'm understanding how the powerful the questions are. So when people starting, talking about their problems,
Mm-hmm.
and then you asking a question, how the problem related, and then holding them back, and then these questions go through and through, and then they starting, and then the dots connecting to each other, and then you're understanding how is the early childhood or even past generation, in
Yes.
or is affecting the people, negative emotion or limiting beliefs that today,
Yes.
if I'm looking for, or I cannot, say no to anyone, is related to what happened, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, or even
Yes.
100 years ago. The stories passed through the generation to us, and then, we believed it. That's true. So that's why we need to break it.
Yes. And I'd imagine that coming from another country, which country did you say you come from originally?
I'm originally came from Iran,
Iran?
Persia. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I would
No,
imagine
thank
it's a
you.
very different culture there than here.
Yes, it's very cultural, very, uh, Iran made of cultural, and then 2,500 years, sorts of cultures, and
Yes.
very different cultures in the same country. That's amazing.
Mm. Are you noticing that you've got different limiting beliefs to Australians, or are you finding they're fairly similar?
Um, the interesting, most of them are similar because we are human, and doesn't
We
matter
are.
where you're born.
Mm-hmm.
And when I work in different workplaces, when I talk to people, and then we comparing, what our childhood or school, primary school, I found it is actually very similar. We may be punished at primary school when we were kids, but now these days, no. And then it's the same happen in Australia, or maybe the other countries. So 70% are similar. The other is related to, even two kids in the same household, they're not getting the same effect. Depends on, how, outside of the household approach,
Yeah.
how the society environment. So it's a lots of factors coming together to prove that you're accepting one beliefs or not. And
Yes.
another thing is, when in 2 years ago, when I start to adopting my beliefs, the hardest part was accepting it, that you are on the wrong belief for 40 years or longer.
I
And then
know,
when
right? Isn't
you
that huge?
before you accepting it, you cannot go through you break it. So you need to
Yeah.
accept it, and it's the hardest part. And then, to be honest, when I talking to the clients and I see, if they don't accept they have a problem and the solution in their hands, and then take 100% responsibility, no one can help them. So the first thing is accepting the problem. You have a problem, 100% take responsibility, and then I know is the hardest step, and then after that everything will be, not say easy, but should be easier than the first step.
That's awesome. That's really good. So what did you do in Iran before you came here?
In my past 25 years of working experience, that 15 years in Australia, I actually work in more than 22 different industries, that 15 of them were entrepreneurship, because I want to be running my own business. I'm creative. I like to improve the systems and everything. So it doesn't matter what sort of the job. I always say, what we're doing this, you're questioning everything. So before I came to Australia, I was a hotel manager, but I work in the IT and the farm as an agronomist. I had my own workshop on the plexiglass and statues, lots of things I did. That's why when 2 years ago I started my journey, I found my purpose, and then I found the reason why I did lots of things and none of them was successful, because I didn't know what's my passion, my purpose. When I define it and then I see how I want to see the world, it's make me a little bit more clear. So I have a clarity, but to be honest, clarity is not everything. It's necessary, but it's not everything. After clarity, you need a structure. And when you have a structure, you have a map, and then because clarity say where you want to go, but the structure says how you get to destination. And now I just define I have clarity. I'm working on my structure. That's why we are meet each other, and then I'm working on it, and I'm pretty sure this time I'm working on a passion, purposeful, and then it will be successful.
Cool. So what's your passion? Who are you wanting to serve in your coaching business?
Great question. Thank you for asking this question. So my purpose is, the first thing was when I talking to people and I see, they want to create a better life like me. I came from overseas for the better life, but I lost, because when you're coming from a different culture to another country, when you're starting to going to the survival mode, you will be lost because you forgot your passion, what the reason you came. And then when I'm talking to people, I notice that because they're stuck into the base needs, I need this career, or I don't like this job, I want to move on, but I don't know how to. And then based off my learning through my journey, and I sometimes, verbally advising, and I see how it's affecting them and then getting the result, I say, okay, so that's my purpose. I'm helping people around me, and then together we can create the environment that everyone is successful, purposeful, and then working toward the achievement. And then that's the beautiful environment everyone wants to live in.
That's awesome. So why is that important to you?
Because what is important, if you cannot be successful without other people's success. So if sometimes I'm speaking with the friends and I say, if I'm be rich and free and no one around me, they're not free or have enough fun to go travel together and then enjoy company together, what's the point? So that's when we're helping people achieving their result is a fulfillment. And then in some point, when you have something you have a story, you have a past, and then you have a journey, you have a challenges and lots of learning, you cannot hold on to it. You need to pass it on to other people. And, that's, I don't want to say a little bit like a selfish, but you see there's a lot, another thing is missing, and then that is the fulfillment. Because in that point, you need to, helping others when you see how it's powerful. And then, when I see, everyone I'm helping, and then they achieve whatever they want. So it's like a victory for me as well. So it's a win-win.
That's so good. So good.
Thank you.
Because it is really important to be able to have it so that we've got those win-win situations.
Exactly. Because when you're taking win-win, my win is my client's win.
Absolutely.
And this way, I forgot myself, and then I try to find out how we can help them. Challenging, we go through it. We find a way, because my purpose is helping others, and then when they success is actually my success. So I can say I can own it. So that's why I'm focusing on what they want, and then what they related to. Because if I'm say only focusing on me, I cannot listen to them, I don't understanding them, so there is no point you can help them. There is no trust, no connection. So the best thing is to make a relationship understanding what they want. So you should be focused on only the client or who is helping them.
That's so good. So what are some of the tools that you use to help you to get to know your clients better?
So based off lots of learning I had, so the main powerful tools is the right questions and active listening, and make sure we're understanding and expanding, their problems, because the problems they're mentioning at the first point is only the top of the iceberg. We need to go through the iceberg, what the emotions, what the beliefs, what's the story, what's the identify the purpose, and another tools I'm very happy to use that is the wheel of life. So in wheel of life, when people successful in one area, another area maybe because they don't have attention enough, so it may be it's lower than others. So that's why people focusing on the career, and then they forgot the relationship or families, and then they struggle. The problems is, no, I'm successful, why I have a problems? Because the attention. So that's why they need a balance. So it's sometimes I maybe go through the wheel of life method or tool to help find them the main problem source, and then we can go through that, and then what you want from the life. So if they don't have a clarity, we have to go to the clarity. And currently I'm working on one main structure, but because it's on the registration, I cannot disclose too much, but that is the past. So everyone can be like a self-help, so you can use it, or through the coaching. So anyway, start it. My coaching will be helping them to pass that step and then go to the success. So one pass, 9 steps to success.
That's so good. And Luke's created a really fantastic system for us to work through that is really thorough. And it sounds like you're really maximizing that to its absolute fullest potential, and really paying attention to those details, and in really exploring fully the client's values and where they're at, and where those, and understanding that the challenge that they come to you with isn't the real problem. And having those tools to be able to really hone down and really target where that key problem is the client's really facing, which is the negative belief that's stopping them from taking the action that they need to take.
True.
It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. I know when I found the root cause of why I was having trouble losing weight, and I got rid of it and got it cleared, I'm exercising easily, and actually it's effortlessly, and it's actually fun. And I'm enjoying getting my body moving and enjoying doing the exercise. So it's when we face those limiting beliefs and get to that core essence, it's easy to do the actual things you need to do. You're not fighting your
Sure.
subconscious anymore. That's so
And
good.
I think you mentioned the values, and I remember sometimes we define some values, but because of our behavior or limiting beliefs, we have a conflict values, and then we
Yes.
violate our values, and then that is stopping us from doing something. When I value health, but I'm going like smoke or drink or whatever, and then it's starting to negative talk to myself, and then that is
Yes.
I'm violating my values because my action is not aligned with my values, and then that's how to release the negative emotions is very important to you, because the real values is showing how true you are, but violating
Yes.
it, and then the first person is questioning is ourselves. So we're
Mhm.
starting questioning ourselves. I'm not that right person. I'm not that good person because I believe this one, but I'm not acting that one. And that's the point. You start stopping, and then you violate your values, and then you're not going to the place you belong to. So
Yeah.
that is very important to define and understanding that part as well.
Mhm. Because when you're living outside your values, you're not in alignment. So you're
Yeah,
you're in constant conflict. So it's
yeah,
and that's one of the things I love that we've been taught how to do is really deeply understand a person's values and what it is that actually drives them, so that we can
hmm,
then help them to get rid of the limiting beliefs, install the positive beliefs that they want to actually live by,
yeah,
and then help them
exactly.
to actually develop their goals for their future in alignment with their values, which is so
Yes,
powerful. So
yeah.
powerful. So so what are your key things that makes you different as a coach to, say, me or one of the other NTT masters? What's your thing that makes you unique? I mean, I can see some amazing qualities in you. I love the fact that you love learning. The fact that you've done so many apprenticeships over the years is a fantastic um, way to see that you love to learn and you love to grow and develop and learn from people that have skills that are greater than yours, which is fantastic. And I love the fact that you really like those details, really honing in on those details and making sure that you pay close attention to the details as to where the person's at and where they're wanting to go. So what
Yeah.
else have I not seen in you? I mean, there's heaps of other stuff but I don't want to hog the time. I want you to speak, not me.
No, that's thank you for your compliment. As all the coaches are great. Most
Mhm.
of them they have experience like you. You have you were on the camera for a long time, and then but everyone it is all about the related to the audience. And then
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm not related to everyone, and then not everyone I'm suitable to not all of people, because we don't want to generalize everything.
That's right.
So I'm focusing on the career and personal development related to the lifestyle people wants. So if you want to just why choose me, um, because experience in the system and like a business improvements,
Mhm.
procedures, process map. Now I'm transferring that skills for the 20 years of more than 22 industries.
Yeah.
I bring it to the most highest complex system in the world, that's human. Now I'm using that experience and using some knowledge through the neurotransformation to
Mhm.
help people to design how you want to be lifestyle for the future, for
Mhm.
2 years, 5 years, 10 years or longer. And then you need to design it. And then there is a
Yes.
process map. But every process map is the best perfect situation, it will be improved. Because the technology and then how the brains and nature, humans are developing themselves and then so fast,
Mhm.
we should know what we want and then we need to keep adjusting it. That's
Yeah.
why even us as a coach, we need a coach.
Mhm.
Because
Oh,
um,
absolutely.
yeah. If you refer to the Johari window, everyone have a blind spot.
Oh,
Even you
absolutely.
expanding your knowledge, still you have some
Yes.
capacities, potentials that you cannot see it, and then somebody else outside needs to look at it. So even
Yes.
we are coach, I have a coach, and then I don't have
Absolutely.
only one coach. In public speaking, I have a coach. In my personal, I have a coach. If I need, I'm going to the training and I'm expanding training because
Yeah.
improvement, self-develop is a life journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Had a random question pop into my head. How many languages can you speak? Because I'm guessing English is not your first language. How many languages can you speak fluently?
At the moment, Persian, Farsi, and English, but
Mhm.
we learn a little bit Arabic, but I can understand some part of it, but not fully. So that's only two language.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, a lot of I only do English, so that's a definite point of difference for you. You can
Oh,
speak more
thank
than
you.
one language, and I can imagine you're going to actually be able to speak to people in Persian and Arabic that have nobody else speaking into them in this way.
Yes, so there's another opportunities, of course. Yeah, that
Yeah,
should be helpful. Yeah.
huge. I'd actually love to see you do some a lot of information on your YouTube channel, sharing with people from Iran to actually help them because they've got some serious challenges that they're dealing with over there. The weather alone.
There are lots of challenges. That's true.
And you've got so many tools and techniques to be able to help them. I
Yeah.
love your passion
And
for helping people. That's really special.
exactly. And I'm impressed the people coming, in the last couple years. When I talk to them, they are I see a wisdom in them because
Yeah.
people, in that challenging environment, and then they try to find through themselves that I'm actually impressed how they coming, confidence,
Mhm.
professional, and very expert in that area, in their areas. And then, you know, uh, because when I see how quickly they got the job, and then
Mhm.
I see employers, they see that potential in them. So they are very successful people coming to the Australia. So I'm proud that be on that community.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of determination. And just to actually change countries, to leave Iran and come here, that was huge. That's a huge thing. And a lot of people, when they do come over here, are really struggling because it is a
Yeah.
huge culture shock. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Iranian culture is a lot more family focused and a lot more community focused than Australia because we tend to be very all for one and independent, and most people
Yes,
don't even
it's
know their
very
neighbors.
family focused. We are lots of gathering, and you know, people are always looking for the music and dance
Yes.
in the train, in metro, in the street, in the market, everywhere they find a situation. If they have a find time, they starting singing, dancing. That is how it's in is like implemented inside them. So they want to be happy, free, and then hopefully everything should be fine in as soon as possible. That's we all pray.
Mhm. So why is it important to you that people are free and happy?
Because when people free, like when we go to the journey in entity and mastery, when we experience the freedom, after we did the breath work, and
Oh,
then when
amazing.
you, oh, it was amazing. And then how when you're feeling your light, you're not carrying, and then when you have freedom, you don't have force on you, even by yourself, if not only from the outside, but from
Yeah.
yourself, you feel free and you feel light. You can go and then help other people. Like when I see, I send a message to Luke and say, when I think he mentioned in one sessions that he, in the group coaching, he helping other people, and then everyone going and then impact other people, and then how imagine the environment gets, happy, free, and then, when you go into that environment, are you afraid of anything? Or you have a fear or any worries? No,
So good, isn't it?
of
So good.
course.
Oh, I've
That's
got
the
to ask
dream
you.
dream board.
I've got to ask you, given the fact that I'm a girl and not a guy, how did you feel when Luke was going through that whole masculinity thing and encouraging you all to be the warriors and the leaders and the protectors that serve? How did that feel from your perspective?
Um, it's very powerful inside, when you have, you, because sometimes uh, maybe men going, they want to yell, or they have a lots of pressure, they want to go somewhere, sometimes they have spaces designed to people go and then yell or broke something to be a little bit,
Yes.
release themselves. But doing that in front of 1,700 people is actually, how it's feeling is how powerful I am.
You guys were
And,
amazing. You really
and
were.
then you feel, otherwise you feel safe because everyone 100% supportive.
Absolutely. There were 40 of you all roaring, and I've never felt safer in my life. I
Ah,
felt
yeah,
so
I see. You
safe.
mentioned it. Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah, I felt so safe and so protected by you men that were so strong and empowered and walking in your masculine energy to serve and protect. And it was beautiful. I mean, that's from my perspective. I really want to honor
No, thank
each and
you.
every one of you because you did I was just so excited to see what
Thank
happened.
you.
It was a privilege to experience and witness.
Yeah, and it was out of comfort zone, doing something that is how impacting your mindset, well-being and feeling emotional. So, and then
Yes,
supported by that environment was powerful.
very, very powerful and very
True.
exciting. So, is there any other key parts from NTT Masters or PRAC? Anything else that really stood out to you? Although we need to probably be a little bit aware of not letting the secret out of the bag for the what was it, that the third night where we had to have our
Yeah,
eyes
I
closed.
think.
We can't. That's a secret. Although I think
Yeah,
that was the most powerful thing of the entire event. Oh no, there was hundreds of. I just felt like there was
exactly.
breakthroughs everywhere. Every
Yeah.
time I turned around, there was another breakthrough,
Um,
another level of freedom.
exactly. It was amazing. And nobody expect that experience, but we don't
No,
want to, relieve it. So everyone needs
no,
to go and then experience it.
it needs to be it needs to be something that isn't what's the word I'm looking for? Um, you can't spoil the surprise
Yeah,
on that one
yeah, yeah.
because that is a
But
incredibly powerful.
the main key message is you cannot give if you don't receive. So the main
Yes,
thing is you cannot give people, out of empty jar.
Yes.
So the jar should be, and that's why, if I back to my statement that every coach need a coach, that's why we need to always make sure we are fulfilled, we are, get ready, healed, and then, when we go out to give other people, we have to receive before. So it's very important to make sure your jar is full before we go to distribute that one to other people. um,
Yes.
that's why, and you're asking what's the key for, don't let it go from the prac, and the entity to coming to the mastery. I had a chance to release few emotions, and I mentioned when in the mastery I remember them in through the timeline practice. I
Yeah.
had no emotion on that event, and but there is a lots of other events that I don't know yet. So I need to
Yeah.
start in, when I'm not doing something that right. I need to ask myself what's holding me back, and then I need to go back. And that's why connecting to that environment, the community,
Yes.
that's the entity, is very important. And then everyone is supportive, and then when you're asking questions, everyone coming with the lots of, positive energy and helpful
Yes.
advice, that we can still open for the receiving, because it's power us to go and then give to other people hope and healing.
Yeah. There's just, I mean, there's so much in there, isn't there? And I sit there
Yeah.
going, oh, where do I start? Where do I start on sharing something with someone that was so profound and had such an impact in so many different areas, in so many different ways?
Yeah, true.
I mean, prac was what, 36 hours over 3 days. The intensity. I mean, I don't know about you, but that power move that Luke does, if I'm feeling tired now, I do that power move and I'm not tired anymore. I don't need coffee anymore. I don't need energy drinks. I got Luke's power moves, and it's so anchored to power and energy,
Yep.
which
That's
just
why
is,
we 4 days, 12 hours or more than 12 hours, because we
yeah,
showed up 9 a.m. to 10:30, 11 p.m. So that's how
yes,
we standing on your feet, tireless.
yes.
And then you
I mean,
cannot sleep until 1 a.m.
yes, yes. I mean, just we learnt so much, and part of Luke's moves, I've got dyslexia, so I actually recognised what he was doing because he was actually creating connections between the left and the right side of the brain, and by doing this and by doing that, he was actually creating a environment within our brains that our brains were working better. So
Yes. Yeah.
all of the dance moves he did were all very strategic and very specific. Although they were just
Every
fun.
move, yeah, true. Every moves, every tone, every, the volume, music background
Yes,
is
yes,
it's they match together to helping, you get the 100% out of the session.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's just, it's fascinating how he manages to just really, oh, he sets the environment so that we can easily learn
Yeah,
and
that's
really gets us ready for that big learning experience, gets our brains in the process that they're ready to learn. It's just phenomenal, phenomenal. Um, yeah. Was there was there anything through the prac or masters or the coaching that you found a little challenging at all, that kind of tilted your way of thinking and got you to think about things in a slightly different perspective, or something that you think might be an obstacle for somebody else?
the good question. Let me think. because
I'm guessing
these
your
are
faith
lots
is
of
a bit different.
information. The main thing is when when all the information is coming, the taking all the information and then in the practice when
Mhm.
we sitting with the clients. But I think I remember I told my partner in the practice, because I'm a visual and then I'm the uh, process map person based off
Yep.
analysts, everything. So I need to go and then put them on the visual, how the process, because everything was in the text and text format.
Yes.
So it's a little bit for me hard to process, but I understanding I can easily make it a little bit visual for myself. But
Okay.
all of them, in information, they are related, and then you can find the right place. Is a little bit, needs more practice
Mhm.
to get it everything in, sit in their place, and then after that, it will be fine.
Yeah, it's and that's something that's really important to know what kind of learning style you need to work with, because
Exactly.
a lot of people don't do well with written material and they need to have that visual. I think that's one of the reasons I really love the fact that we've got all of the videos in the online training section, so we can go through and relearn all of the stuff. If you've forgotten something, you can go back and do it again.
Yeah.
It's just
And
so much.
sometimes some of the pictures through the slides or in the manual, it helped to understanding how this information flow when, that is how, so in the workshop is required to, cover all the different type of people, auditory, visual, kinetic can be covered,
Yes.
because otherwise uh, some part of, so that is another things come in mind. It's very important to understanding when we coaching clients what type of person they are, otherwise we will be disconnect with them. So it's another things we need to be in mind when talking to people. They are visual, we need to show them something that is how it works,
Yes.
otherwise saying it is not enough.
No. We need to really see people and hear them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's about where their faith is and where their beliefs are and where their cultural beliefs are, what their gender is, what their career is. There's so many aspects to it, but really digging into that information where you really find out the person's most important values and what they're living by, and help them to really tap into that so they can live life in alignment with their values. But
Right.
yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to share with everybody tonight that I may have forgotten to ask or didn't think to ask of?
Not really, but I'm keen to back to the practice again. So I'll register myself as a crew and then hopefully see everyone else or new people in March
Yes.
session.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be amazing.
Of
I'm
course it is.
seriously considering going and being on crew.
And every time you go, different people, different stories, and then there is the learning. Even everyone has a story. Every single person in the world, they have their own journey. They are unique, like their fingerprints.
Yes.
They are unique. The only thing is they need to discover that message that can help others related to another people. That is how the coaching system works. So we're not only helping the next person, that person go to the another person. So that is how the like a compound effect happens. So this going and then every people. And I think Luke is the student of Tony Robbins. So
Yep.
that's how his expertise or wisdom is coming through us, through the look, or how we can pass it on to another people.
It's so good, isn't it? It's just so good.
Good. Yeah. That's when the structure is designed very well and working and is proven system, and we need to just stick to it.
It's such an amazing experience. And the group interventions that Luke does as well, you end up with so many breakthroughs.
Yeah.
I've just got Luke's website up and sharing some of the videos that he's got up there.
Yeah.
Just absolutely. I'm really grateful to have actually been able to attend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Such a good thing. And to be able to do the life coaching course for such a small amount of money is ridiculous. It's such a brilliant opportunity.
That's a very good investment, because when the source that us is released, you can go and then create the worlds. So you can go and then depends on what's your purpose is, but yeah, it's the main thing. You need to find out how valuable is. So you need to be free first.
Well, now there's a question. So if somebody's sitting on the fence and is hesitant to go to the 5-day course in January, what would you say to them to help encourage them to go?
The main thing is they need to think about what if. So what if there is no barrier, there is no limiting beliefs, what you want to achieve in your life, or there is lots of people have an idea, but they don't know how to implement. What's the holding back? But investing in 5 days is absolutely for me it was free. Now maybe $7. I'm not sure, but
I think it's $17 in January. But then you've got the option of paying the extra $250 USD to get our lifetime access to the videos, which I actually highly recommend you do that. In fact, I'm going to be doing the 5-day training again, and I'm going to do the $250 plus I think the $149 afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm devouring Luke's material.
But even is like online 5 days and 2 hours per day. However, there is a lots of information that it can help to make clarity. It is not necessary to be a coach, but you need to understand if you want to, even you're a business owner, you want to be, managing staff or dealing with the stakeholders. You want to, dealing with the clients. If you're learning how they related to them, how their limiting beliefs are, and then with that one, you can open the other doors to your business or career. So that's why it's highly recommended. It's very, very, a reasonable price. Even
it's actually a steal, honestly, because I did a life coaching course through a registered training organization 12 months ago as part of with the same organization I did my diploma in counseling. They charged me $2,000 and I didn't get even close to what Luke trained us with. Exactly. Not even close. I mean, I got taught, I think it was the Sertron method, but it wasn't even close to what Luke teaches.
No, it's very simple. It's very, very simple. The method is very easy understanding. Is hit what exactly, talking about the basic things, but very deep. So
Yes.
definitely, it's the very resourceful material, and the journey. Even they
Mm,
don't want to continue, but you can go and then see how much value they can get in 5 days.
yes. Absolutely. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is such good value. Um, I and he doesn't just talk about, like, because the coaching course that I did, it didn't actually go into one of the biggest problems that coaches and counselors and therapists have, and that's charging people money.
Yes.
Luke masterfully helps people to realize where their limiting beliefs around money comes in and how to overcome them,
Yeah. Is it
which
like
is just,
is a basic level that helping to starting to understanding what the problem, and then how the problem looks like,
yeah,
how it's how the brains work, and then how the neural system. So it's not like a science or university. It's very basic that everyone can understand.
yes,
But that, if I back to my first mention, they first needs to believe that you need to change something that is 100% in your control. That is your mind.
yeah, absolutely. One of my I've got a lovely young man on my channel. He is a child, but
Mm.
he's absolutely beautiful. I need to do some videos to actually help serve him on that one. He's had a lot of challenges that he's gone through. Actually, what's something that you would like to speak to a young person um, who's still in primary school, who's suffering from serious anxiety? There's weather issues, there's life issues. What's something that you'd like to speak into this little boy who's becoming an amazing man? And I'm just so blessed to have him as part of my community. I know that might not
Oh,
sound all that exciting, but to me, he is so special. I love him to bits.
yeah. So my message is, what the first thing is, if everything's go away, because as a like a primary school, I'm not expecting the understanding, what's the problem, and then back again. However, if there's what's stopping you to be what you want, so the first thing is, if no limit, no excuse, everything is 100% in your favor, how
Mhm.
it looks. And you need to speak up about and talk about, I want to achieve this one with whatever you trust, your parents, your teacher, anyone in your circle. And then
Yeah,
this is what I want. And then from the reality, current situation to that one, there is a gap. How we can fill the gap? What is it stopping you to go through? What's the block? What's the obstacle? And then we need to starting to analyze that obstacle and breaking down the small pieces. So, and then you can clear it out one by one. So that is my suggestion, to clarify it and then speak up.
it's so good. I've really got to make sure I want to serve my community more. And I've learned some significant tools on how to deal with depression and anxiety. Honestly, I've had a massive breakthrough myself personally in the last 2 months, thanks to Luke Hawkins. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've ever heard of the K10 that psychologists and counselors and mental health nurses use to actually measure the level of a person's anxiety, depression, and stress.
Um,
So there's the K10 is a basic cut down version. Then you've got the DAS 21. The DAS 21 goes into 21 different questions. But the K10, I did one of those in October because I first came across Luke October. So I saw the first training on the 13th of October. I'd done the K10 on the 8th of October. My K10 score was 30 out of 40.
Wow.
Which is really severe depression. I was in major depressive disorder. I was taking 60 milligrams of mirtazapine, which is the top dose, plus melatonin just to get to sleep. Plus, I was had also just been put on, what's it called? Duloxetine. So they'd started introducing another medication because the 60 milligrams was not enough. And I was learning all of the skills through the diploma of counselling to actually help unhook from negative emotions, like tools that are used in refugee camps with people that have gone through severe trauma, using the ACT, which is the ACT method therapy of unhooking from negative emotions, disassociating, diffusing it, and all that sort of stuff. And it had helped. It got me from a 38 score down to a 30. But
amazing.
in the last 2 months, I did the 5-day course in October. Then I signed up to go to Sydney and do the NTT prac at the end of October. Then I did the second 5-day training certification with Luke. And because I went into that 5-day training with the pre-frame of this is worth $8,000. Yeah, I'm only paying $7 or $17 or whatever it was, less than $20, but it's worth $8,000. I actually got so much out of that second 5-day course. I nearly got more breakthroughs through that than I did through NTT prac, and I got some major breakthroughs in NTT prac.
Exactly. Because medicine is not helping when still the beliefs and negative emotion is still there, and then the source is not clear.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, I've had a lot of circumstances in the last 5 years that have been extreme stress level. Like I had a legal and ethical. I chose it. I chose this. On some level, I chose this. And I'm actually now looking at it going, if I was listening to the Gottman's Institute book on the 7 pillars of a amazing marriage. That's not the name of the book. It's similar to that. I just can't remember what the actual title is. But it actually said one of the things that you can do to encourage developing greater intimacy with your partner is to actually ask them if you could change a 5-year period in your life, what would you change? After NTT Masters, I was listening to it and going, nothing. I wouldn't change a single thing because it's made me the woman that I am. It's made me a strong woman that will face any fear head on with determination. I mean, just the fact that Luke actually had Amy up as a disabled lady with MS and made a point of saying to her, no, you are, or actually, no, he started with saying, okay, so are you incapable of providing any service to your fellow human beings? To which Amy said, no, I can provide a service. And he said, okay, well, from that perspective, in my opinion, you are not disabled, you are determined.
Exactly.
That spoke to me because I've got an autoimmune disease and I've got double vision. So I see two. Without my glasses, there's two of you. And it's improving thanks to NTT Masters. But
exactly.
And that 5-day course, I wasn't going to do. So I did 7-Figure Academy as well. And I wasn't going to do Masters until next year because I'm a single mum on a pension. I haven't got a big income. I'm on Centrelink payments. I'm full-time carer for 2 ASD kids. Plus I have my elderly mum that I care for. and I'm recently separated from a DV relationship.
Wow. That's a
But
big
Entity
journey.
Masters and Entity Prac and NTT in general, everything that Luke has taught has set me free in such a way that I have never known before. But
Yeah.
it's phenomenal. Anyway, I redid my
That's how
K10.
busy, and then you do run this community and then YouTube. Was amazing.
If you want something done, talk to a busy person. I've got a double degree in IT and multimedia with an award major in interactive entertainment and games programming and a major in computers and intelligence systems. Now, I don't tell you that to big note me, because honestly, I learnt more from Z during Seven Figure Academy than I did in my entire 13-year degree.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I recognize what Z offers and what Luke has provided through that. It's like I say, I've got a diploma in counseling. I've been studying people my entire life because I don't get people. I have challenging communication skills. And I actually realized when I was doing Luke's training, everything I've learnt pales into insignificance compared to what Luke Hawkins has taught us.
Yep.
I know I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on personal development. It's my special interest. I am very interested in learning about how the mind works and why we do the things we do and why we don't do the things we don't do. But in this last 2 months where I've been immersing myself in Luke Hawkins' teachings,
yeah, exactly.
I've learned more in the last 2 months, and that score that I had.
You pump yourself in you did the 5 days entity and then mastery and then 7 in a short. You did an amazing job.
I'm honestly, between the flights, the accommodation, finding support workers to watch my boys while I was away and keep an eye on my mum, plus the training itself, I have zero clue how I found all of that money. It would have been well over $50,000 in the last 2 months. If you told me that I could have found $50,000 2 months ago, I would have told you were a lunatic. I was a single mum on a pension. I just had Centrelink. It wasn't possible. 2 days ago, I got my K10. 2 days ago, I got my K10 redone. It's now at a 2, and I'm just about off all medication.
Wow. Congratulations.
I am blown away, Luke. Oh, I love Luke to bits. And Caden's saying how much he loves me. He's been subscribed to my channel for 4 years. He's seen a lot of the challenges I've went through. A lot of it I haven't put up on my YouTube channel because it was just too dark. I was in a very, very bad place. Part of my diploma in counselling, we did an ethical and legal issues subject, and it had a list of 13 characteristics for a client that if your client has one of these characteristics, they are in a high risk category, and you need to make sure that you're getting one-on-one supervision, which is costing you about $500 per appointment with a qualified supervisor for every session you have with the client, basically.
Yeah.
I ticked 9 out of the 13.
Oh, wow.
My house flooded. My marriage fell apart. I broke my leg. I ended up with a chronic autoimmune disease. I ended up with chronic mental health issues because of all the stress.
Wow.
All of the personal development I had done over the last 25 years helped me get through, but Luke helped me get restoration.
It released it.
It released it. I found the root cause of the issues and I got rid of them. And I'm now a completely transformed woman, and I'm really excited with what I'm going to be able to bring to my community. Because
you become a new person through yourself.
Yeah. I've got a passion for helping people.
Exactly.
Which is why I've been doing the diploma in counselling. But the diploma in counselling didn't give me the answers that I needed. All the personal development I did helped me know how to reframe. But if nothing else, what it did was it made it so I recognized the quality of what Luke was teaching and recognized that what I knew was nothing. I mean, it was amazing. I had a lot of skills. I had a lot of techniques. I had a lot of tools to cope with hard situations. You can't go through what I've gone through in the last 5 years and not have some amazing skills to not just curl up in a ball and say, I'm done. I'm done. But Luke set me free from that. I did no longer need to use determination to get up each day.
Wow. That's amazing.
And I know it's not all Luke. I know it's because I chose to invest in me. And because I'd invested so much financially, I was going to get every single ounce of anything I could get out of everything. I was hungry. No, I was starving.
Yes. So it's true, because when you go and then learning lots of skills, but still, you have that emotion hold you back, a little bit like a heaviness. That is not you have a tools, but you don't have energy to use the tool.
Yeah,
but you need to
I had no energy because I've got Graves' disease, and which is an autoimmune disease that attacks your thyroid and also attacks your eyes. So my body was attacking me. And it still is. I'm still working through some stuff because the level of challenges that I was going through, it's going to take time to actually reverse the damage. But I had a realization partway through the course that an autoimmune disease is just self-sabotage on steroids. I was attacking my own body.
Yes, that happens.
Yeah. And when I realized that and went through the whole Master's Breakthrough Program, wasn't that amazing? I saw patterns of self-abandonment and not valuing myself. And I recognized and was able to see all of the patterns that had really been causing me a lot of problems. And I was able to change them and get free from them.
Yep.
I'm a little bit excited. You may be able to tell.
Exactly. That is everyone excited.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. But
yeah, it's true, because when you have lots of in your head, when I have lots of negative emotions, negative talk, and then the brain start to produce the chemicals to keep you in the safe, because the brain's thinking you are in a danger, and then generate chemicals, that the hormones, and it's, and then it's starting to the body, the other organs is starting affected. That is how medicine is only helping you. The current situation is not helping the what is stored in your nervous system. But through that program, with the Luke in the Mastery or Prac, we only go to the source, the main source, and then when is released, okay, the chemical is not producing anymore, and then, as mentioned, the body replaces itself every cells in 2 years. and then
Yes.
after 2 years, you're not. Everything is fixed, and then you're
Yeah.
not the same person 2 years ago.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing where I am in 2 years' time. I am anticipating, because I actually got to the root cause of why I'm holding on to all this weight. I'm anticipating that in 3 months' time, I'm going to be half the size I am. It may take 6 months, but hey, you got to have a goal. And I'm doing the exercise, I'm doing the activity
No, that's the done
effortlessly.
deal. That's the done deal.
Effortlessly. I'm not having to push myself anymore. Before meeting Luke, I was dragging myself out of bed at 11 o'clock in the morning and struggling to see straight for an hour
Wow.
because of the double vision and because of the stress. I mean, I'm a homeschooling mum with 2 autistic kids, and I'm going through a really not healthy divorce, which is breaking my heart. But it wasn't worth losing my soul, because it was
That
killing me
glad.
staying.
That glad is
I'm
happening.
getting me and my boys well.
Yes. You will.
It's huge. My world is going to be transformed. I really encourage people to follow me, watch this space.
Yep.
For starters, I'm going to be bringing on some amazing coaches like you, Mahadi. I am so grateful that you were
Thank you.
willing to share your journey with me and with my community. Really
Thank you,
grateful.
everyone.
It's a blessing that I do not take lightly.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And thank you for invitation. Can you just give me the chance to I can and share my journey? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And I hope it helps. I hope it attracts people to you that you're going to be able to work with. Because I know people
Sure.
that come from Iran will be able to, you'll definitely be able to work with them. You're going to be able to work with people in the different languages. Plus, all your lifetime experience in so many different industries is going to give you the ability to work with people that nobody else can.
Thank you.
And you know what the cool part is? One thing I love the most about what Luke taught through the entire thing,
Yep.
I can't see anything in you that's not in me.
Exactly.
And you can't see anything in me that's not in you.
That is true.
And we can't see anything in Luke that's not in us.
Yeah. That is the
We have been,
reflection of us to the
he is,
others.
he is. And he's just spent, what was it, 4 days, 48 hours plus, pouring into us, strengthening us, training us, equipping us to be able to set people free. And I want to honor you for showing up. I want to honor you for investing in yourself. I want to honor you for investing in this community of coaches who are transforming people's lives. I want to
Thank
honor
you.
you for being you, because you are the best you that you can be. And every day you're getting better.
Same as you.
Absolutely, because I can't see anything in you that's not in me. And I'm seeing some amazing things in people, and I'm learning to actually really, truly appreciate and love me, because I'm surrounded by an amazing group of really powerful and effective coaches that are
They
just
are.
reflecting back to me who I am. And I love being able to see the beauty and the strength and the courage and the determination in them, and
True.
being able to help them to see it.
Exactly.
So
Beautiful.
yeah. But we should probably wrap this up. Is there anything you'd like to say in closing?
No, love everyone. Take yourself. Be focused on your responsibilities, understanding what's the problem, seek for help when you need it, and there's a plenty people out there to help you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mahdi. It has been a pleasure
No,
to get
thank
to know
you.
you
Thank
more.
you for the invitation. It was I'm very, very grateful that I had this opportunity to just chat. As a two, friends, we were to the same
Yes,
journey, and then
friends,
a little bit
colleagues.
like, yeah, reminding our experience. It was so powerful to
Yes,
always keep in mind what we've done, and then it's so priceless.
it is. It is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me. And I hope you found this really helpful and that you've learnt lots about Mahdi and how he can help you, and Luke and how he can help you, and how much he's helped me. Oh my gosh. I've got no words, and I've got lots of those. Bless you guys. Have a great night,
Thanks,
and I'll talk to you in the
everyone. Have a great
comments.
night. Bye.
Bye.